I know. Doctor Who's dead. And you're right. He is. He's been dead for quite some time now. And despite all hopes of any sort, however small they might have been, that anyone would have come in and done the right thing and perhaps achieved a regeneration of the franchise and would have gone down in history as one of the most brilliant people, except a lot of things were quite simple that you could do. But nevertheless, a comeback story would have been something. But no, that was never in the cards. So, shooting got was Eric, first season came along, and it was seen. Not by a whole lot, but anybody left with enough morbid curiosity. What are they doing with this? And, well, we saw it, you know. So, the second season, hey, you can learn from the mistakes of one season and perhaps fix things in the second one. That was never in the cards either, because this was largely done back to back. Yeah. So, you got to roll this out, even though maybe somebody, it's like, oh boy, this was a mistake. Oh no. And there's nothing you can do. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. But anyway, first episode, Revolution of the Robots. Well, you know, that sounds like a classic Doctor Who type title, you know. Oh, yeah, if only. Working title, Planet of the Incels. Yeah. Was it? No, except for one. You know, one guy that... boy, they really beat up on this guy, even though he's a victim of circumstance, really. But never mind. You know, he's an incel, you know. So anyway, yeah, the concepts. What can we say about this? Well, none of it worked because it wasn't allowed to, but could it have? Well, sure. It's a little too cartoony in the visuals and whatnot that they wasted a lot of money on. But yeah, all right. It's this very cartoon, you know, retro futuristic looking robot planet and all this sort of thing. There's a bit of a plot in it that's something Douglas Adams would have totally, you know, mastered, and which he did several times over in his lifetime, and would have made it great, you know. But you know, you just don't have that anymore. But a lot of the sort of acute take on something and expanding it into the absurd and extraordinary, such as this business of you can have a star registered and name it after your girlfriend or whatever, which begins the plot here. All thrown awry due to a fracture in time. What happened? How'd that happen? I don't know. These things just happen. Okay, move on. And so as a result, really, of that, all the terrible things that happen. We're introduced to the Doctor's new companion. She's a nurse, and I'm already forgetting. Belinda, I believe. Anyway, well, some time ago, she had this guy she was seeing, and he was really into her. I guess he wanted to marry her or whatever, and she said no, turned him down. And, oh man, he was really bummed. And then we find out about him later. So, there's something special about, so the Doctor shows up in his dress and, tries to catch up with her, but then she gets abducted by robots and they bring her to their planet where they rule over, the people there. And they declare that she's their queen because their star is the star that the boyfriend, bought for her, you know. And as a result of the time fracture, you see, they became aware of this certificate. Yeah. So that's the shenanigans of it. Now, some of these elements crafted well could have worked out. The Doctor tries to prevent her from being abducted. That doesn't happen. He goes to the planet, but he arrives like 6 months before she does, and gets trapped there, knowing she's going to arrive so that he'll be able to figure this out then, you know, all this sort of stuff. So there's a few elements here, especially one of those things when you play with time travel and whatnot, that you could have utilized in a show that cared about itself and respected itself. This one doesn't, so you get the templates of ideas that might have happened. And, and they do, but it doesn't matter. No, it doesn't. Blenda is just awful. She's very stuck up on herself, not believable at all. She's whisked away on this bizarre adventure or whatnot, and she's busy bossing the doctor around and this sort of thing, which is ridiculous. As they go, and she gets used to him, and she's the companion for the series, and she's been through a few, and she gets irritated with him and that sort of thing, it'd be fine. But it's amazing she's even able to cope with any of this. I mean, this is the sort of thing that could shatter a mind, and she's fine with it, Yeah, none of that would work. Not really. And certainly, maybe, panicking and wanting and demanding the doctor save her and whatnot, and that sort of thing. Could have had that. But, no. And this is another one of those things. Ncuti's doctor is never allowed to be the hero. I think really the last Christmas special that no one watched, it's the closest you get to him trying to be heroic, trying to do something. He's trying to do it here, but he immediately takes the back seat and apologizes to her, even though his actions was the means by which she does survive all this. But, she had to do literally her statements of, I don't need you to save me. I am not one of your adventures, which how that would even come up, I don't know. All this sort of stuff. And then, of course, declare Planet of the Incels, because it turns out the ruler of the robots is her would-be boyfriend that she rejected. And, oh boy, he couldn't get over it. And then, due to the time fracture and all that in the certificate or whatever of the Star Registry, the robots take him and make him their ruler. Yeah. So then they do this trick where every ninth word is something the robots can't hear. Yeah. So, they're able to get around. It doesn't matter. You have concepts, you have certain avenues here that might have worked. It's all tossed aside so you can say Planet of the Incels. That's really all there is. Plus, she has to belittle the doctor. So I mean, what was the point of all this? Why you brought in this new doctor just so you could tear him down and humiliate him and make him nothing? Bizarre, So, but of course she's gonna travel with him. He's supposed to get her back home, but oh no, there's stuff afoot and all that. But who cares? Oh, and it's really sad. The would-be boyfriend, he's bad because he was controlling or something in the relationship they never really had. And so, of course, he's going to become this dictator because he just wants power and control or whatever, or something like that, even though he looked to be suffering pretty bad. But they had a good laugh when he was pretty much shrunk down to an embryo, and then this little robot cleaned him up off the floor. So they had a good giggle about that. There you go. That's nice. So that's about it. It was a colossal waste of time. Yes, once again. And is the prime example of a show that doesn't respect itself. So why should you?